Hi everyone. Happy Thursday this week. Welcome to this week's edition of Bobcast. I appreciate everyone getting on and those of you that will be getting on. Sorry for the change in schedule, but like I told you with the summer months, we're going to do it at 8 o'clock, and it may not be always on a Monday night. I had a chance to spend time with my love, Anastasia, and so I took that opportunity. Sometimes things are much more important than doing a Bobcast. So anyway, let's get started. As you can see by the title of tonight's Bobcast, it's Be Yourself. Pretty simple title, right? Pretty simple premise. But it's a very important one because I want you to understand something. And this came, I want to thank Joseph Rusko, because this came from a post that he posted the other day on Facebook. Be your true self. And it got me to thinking about that, and so I wanted to go into it. And I had a couple of people that actually had suggested this topic as well. So before we get started, because as always I'm probably going to go on a rant, I want to tell you how to reach out to me. Obviously on Facebook it's Bob Norman. I have two business pages, Buff Monkey Marketing and also Ultimate Streaming Media. You can reach me there or check those pages out. You can email me at buff_monkey@reagan.com. Reagan is spelled just like the president. You can also find me on, Twitter at buff_monkey, and also Instagram buff_monkey, as well as my YouTube channel, which is Big Norm 1963. So continue the comments, the topic suggestions, the feedback on the topics and the Bobcasts, and also continue to share them. It's greatly appreciated. So, like I said, he posted and it said, be your true self. And a few other people had asked me about this. So, I've done Bobcasts in the past. A lot of them where I talked about, oh man, there's my brother Jody. Hi, Jody. I talked in depth and several times about taking time to figure out what you wanted in life, to figure out what goals you had, to figure out what you wanted in life, and to plan your life. Hi, Chuck. And what your reasons are, your why. We talked about that a lot. So what motivates you? Do you even know what motivates you? Do you even have any idea what motivates you? So here's a couple of questions for you. When I say be yourself, do you know what that is? Do you know even who you are? Do you know what you like? Do you know what you want? Do you even know what you believe? Okay, now I'm going to say that may sound like those may sound like silly questions to people, but they're very serious questions, and this is why I say that. Sometimes people believe what the crowd believes. Sometimes people want or like what the crowd likes. Have you ever seen the posts on Facebook that talk about walking your own path or standing up for your beliefs even if you stand alone? I'm sure you've seen those memes on Facebook, and they're absolutely true. But see, you can't stand up for what you believe if you don't know what you believe. Hi, my sweet angel. Hi, Anastasia. I love you, baby. You can't stand up for what you believe if you don't really know what you believe. If you're just a sheep following the herd, and I'm not putting anything down that, I'm not saying that big groups of people that like things are always wrong. But so many times, and I saw this firsthand in my job as a captain at the prison, okay? You'd see people that peer pressure took over, and they did what their coworkers, their fellow officers did. They did what seemed cool, or they did what seemed like was the popular thing to do. And you see it everywhere, not just there. You see it in schools, you see it in most work environments, or anywhere where there's a group of people. You'll find some people that seem to be loners or seem to do their own thing, but and sometimes people kind of razz those people, but I'm going to tell you that those are usually the people who know who they are, who know what they want, who know what they like, and who know what they believe, because they're not going after the crowd. They don't care that the crowd does this, that the crowd does that. an example might be, and I know this is, I'm one of those people. I don't know if you noticed my bright green shop.com shopping annuity shirt matches my bright green, my fluorescent yellow shoes, and people joke with me about that a lot. And you know what I say? I hate to blend in. I do not like to be part of the crowd. Okay, how many people have you seen that The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, which I've never seen any of those. I don't really know what they are. I mean, I know they're TV shows and I got a basic idea, but how many people start watching them just so that they can talk with their friends, and the next thing you know, it consumes a giant part of their life. I see Colette on here, my buddy Colette. Man, talk about her and Dave being inspirations and helpful. We have some business partnerships, doing a show this weekend, and I couldn't have done it without their help. So are you spending time doing the things that you love, things that are going to get you closer to where you want to be? Are you doing the things, are you not, because you just don't know where you want to be? You don't know what you want. I was joking with somebody the other day. My kids always tell me that I'm the busiest retired guy they've ever seen in their life. And I was joking with Dave about that. I'm just not the guy that can sit on the back porch with a beer and just do nothing. I can't do that. That's not me. Okay, so we have even a perception of what a retired person's supposed to do or be, and luckily I break that mold because I know what I want. So do you really know what you want, what you believe, what you like, what you need? Do you know who you are? And again, if you don't, you need to take some time and figure it out. I'm telling you, life is so much more amazing once you do that, and you can do the things that bring joy to you. After I retired, I really had to kind of reinvent myself. I didn't change myself, but I had to get back in touch with different sides of me. And Anastasia talks to me a lot of times about my kindness, or the fact that I get people that joke with me and comment about my running the food bank and doing those kind of things. But those things bring joy to my heart, and I know that, okay? I didn't realize it before, but sometimes once you figure out who you are, the things that you want, the things that you need, like, and believe, sometimes you'll actually find that you have reinvented yourself. And it just means that you've become who you're supposed to be. You've become, as Joe's post said, your true self. Okay, so do you walk your own path, or do you behave how others think you should behave? And I don't mean behave as in being good or bad, but I mean, do you act as others expect you to act? This is key to having a happy life. Because if you're doing things, if you are going places and doing things just because the crowd wants to do it, but if it's stealing your joy, you're truly cheating yourself out of life. And time is so short, and life is so short, that you don't have time to cheat yourself out of any life. You need to do the things that you love now while you have time. Because the problem is, most people think there'll always be time later on, and sometimes there's not. So I'm going to be quick and easy tonight. I'm going to tell you, please take some time. Take a couple of days if you have to. Write out your goals like I've told you before. Write out your why. But figure out who you are. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you believe if you don't know what you believe. If you have an emptiness, figure out what's going to fill that. Okay? Don't sit around being miserable, Colette. And we talk about people that are comfortably miserable all the time. People get comfortable in it just because the whole crowd is doing the same thing. Okay, well, the whole crowd doesn't tell you what you like, want, need, believe. Okay, you're the only one that can figure that out. But you have to take the time and purposely figure it out. So please remember, give me some feedback. Give me some suggestions for topics if you'd like. Comment on these posts. Comment on these feedback on these Bobcasts, and please share these Bobcasts out, because maybe we can help someone who is looking to make some change in their life. And I'm going to leave you with a saying, and it's a poignant saying, man. It's one of those ones that I heard and I thought, wow, that really hits the point and makes you think. Here's the saying: am I an individual or just a reflection of what others expect of me? And I've been that, folks. I'm going to tell you, I've been that reflection. Had a group of friends that I hung out with, and they always expected Bob to be the clown. I love to make people laugh, and my girlfriend, actually, honest to see it, told me the other day I should be a comedian because I keep people laughing all the time, and I love doing that. But even when there were times when I had bad things going on, or if I just wasn't feeling very cheerful, something bad happened, when I got around that group of friends, I would put that mask on. I would put that face on of the clown because that's what they expected of me. I was playing that part. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't love to laugh, and I love to make people laugh and joke around, but sometimes you're not in the mood to do that. So let me ask you one more time. Are you an individual, or are you just a reflection of what others expect of you? And unless you know who you are, what you believe, what you want, what you like, you'll continue to be that reflection of what others think of you. And you're never going to have that fulfillment and that satisfaction inside in your life. Keep that in mind. Don't be a reflection. Go out, walk your own path, and be an individual. Share this Bobcast, and I'll see everyone next week. Come and see me, Ultimate Streaming Media, by the way, at the Monroeville Convention Center all weekend at the Showmasters Gun Show. We'll have a booth set up. We'll be doing demos and everything up there. So come up and see us. But have a great evening and a great weekend, rest of the week and weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you for jumping on.